So you have written a book called We Have a Pope.
Mhm.
And you wrote this book. Yeah, Katie's holding it out. So you have to see. I don't actually have my physical copy.
I
I'm waiting for it.
know.
I'm so excited. So I have the ebook version. And so, Katie, you wrote this book. Well, I should say you wrote it probably a couple years ago, right? But it was released last year on the Chair of St. Peter, which is so beautiful and liturgical that it was released on that very special feast day.
Here's this page where the cardinals are going into the Sistine Chapel, and you can see the
Oh,
Holy Spirit
yes.
is leading them in. So sometimes it happened naturally in the illustrations because of the words. But then as she was illustrating, she's like, well, I'm going to keep doing this. So then this one has, I'm going to try to hold it so you can see.
Oh, up there
This
on the
is
top.
This is like the gate of the Sistine Chapel where the cardinals are going for the election, kind of being guarded by the Swiss guard. And the Holy Spirit is just sitting up there on the little gate above the door of the Sistine Chapel. There's another place where, like, when the white smoke is seen coming from the chimney, it's actually he's really tiny and it's hard to see, but there's a little tiny dove sitting on one of the wires of the roof. One of my favorites that because a lot of times when I read it out loud, I ask them if they can find the dove on every page. Another one, when the cardinal elector is dropping his ballot in, and we go through that process of the steps, the cardinal elector who's actually like writing out his vote on the ballot, the Holy Spirit is sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah.
So again, coming back to that idea of like, what should kids know about the conclave? I want them to know about the stability of the papacy and the leadership of the church. But I also really want them to know that ultimately the Holy Spirit is the one who's guiding this whole process. We can sit and talk about, which cardinal electors we think are most likely to get voted in and all of that kind of stuff. But I really think that kids need to hear that, no, the Holy Spirit has a plan, though, and we're going to pray that the cardinals are going to listen to the Holy Spirit.